Ever been to a place that didn't quite match the glossy pictures in the brochures? You're not alone. We're diving into some of the world's most popular tourist spots that may not be worth all the hype. Discover which famous attractions have left visitors underwhelmed, often wondering why they were so highly recommended. From landmarks that fail to impress to overcrowded destinations that don't live up to expectations, we'll reveal why some of these top spots can be more of a letdown than a highlight. Get ready for some eye-opening insights that might surprise you. Before we dive in, be sure to subscribe so you won't miss any more exciting insights like these. Now, let's get started. 10. The Golden Gate Bridge, San Francisco. Sometimes, attractions don't quite live up to the hype, and even the famous Golden Gate Bridge can be one of them. While it's a remarkable piece of engineering, the thick fog that often rolls through San Francisco can leave you seeing more gray mist than the actual bridge. Walking its 1.7-mile span is great if you have time, but the fog can make the views less impressive than you'd hope. Plus, with the crowds the bridge attracts, it can feel more like navigating a busy sidewalk than enjoying a peaceful landmark. Despite this, catching a clear view of the Golden Gate remains a memorable experience for many, especially from scenic spots like Crissy Field or the Marin Headlands. 9. The Statue of Liberty, New York City. Visiting the Statue of Liberty in New York City is a mix of awe and excitement. This iconic symbol of freedom is something you've likely seen in movies and postcards, making it feel familiar yet grand when you see it in person. The ferry ride to Liberty Island is part of the experience, offering great views of the city and the statue from a distance. However, getting up close requires a bit more planning. If you want to explore the statue's interior, especially the crown, you'll need a ticket, which often sells out months in advance due to high demand. Once on the island, the large crowds can make the experience feel hurried, as you're often navigating through throngs of tourists. Despite these challenges, seeing Lady Liberty is a bucket list item for many, offering a glimpse into American history and culture. 8. Taj Majal, India. The Taj Mahal is one of the world's most famous landmarks, but some visitors find themselves underwhelmed. While it's renowned as a stunning symbol of love, built by 20,000 artisans over 22 years, the large crowds can detract from the experience. The breathtaking white marble structure is often surrounded by tourists eager to snap the perfect selfie, which can make it feel less serene than expected. Understanding what to expect can help manage the experience. Yes, it's crowded and can feel rushed, but the sheer beauty and history of the Taj Mahal still shine through. Planning your visit for early morning or off-peak times can make for a more peaceful and enjoyable trip to this iconic site. 7. The Pyramids of Giza, Egypt. When you visit the Pyramids of Giza, you're expecting an ancient wonder, but the reality can sometimes feel chaotic. Crowds, vendors, and the general hustle often leave visitors feeling a bit underwhelmed. Many travelers report that the site's upkeep and the sheer volume of tourists make it hard to fully absorb the grandeur of the pyramids. Finding a peaceful moment to take it all in can seem as mythical as the pyramids themselves, with vendors vying for your attention and tour groups everywhere. However, despite these challenges, the Pyramids of Giza remain awe-inspiring. As the last of the 7 wonders of the ancient world, the Great Pyramid especially holds a timeless mystique that continues to captivate visitors, even amid the chaos. For a better experience, consider visiting early in the morning or during less busy times. 6. The Eiffel Tower, Paris. Visiting the Eiffel Tower in Paris often comes with high expectations. Known globally as a symbol of love and beauty, seeing this 1,083-foot iron structure up close is certainly impressive. However, for many travelers, the reality can feel a bit different from the dream. With large crowds almost year-round, it can be difficult to fully enjoy the experience. Some visitors also feel that the view from the top is overshadowed by the masses of people, making it less magical than expected. Still, the Eiffel Tower remains a historic icon. For a better experience, try visiting during off-peak hours or in the evening, when the tower lights up and the atmosphere becomes more enchanting. 5. Leaning Tower of Pisa, Italy. When you visit the Leaning Tower of Pisa, you might feel a mix of awe and a bit of disappointment. While it's a world-famous landmark, the large crowds and commercial atmosphere can be overwhelming at times. Snapping a quick photo is easy, but the charm of the tower can quickly fade amid all the selfie sticks and tourists. If you plan to climb the tower, be prepared for a workout, as there are many stairs to tackle and often a wait to get in. While the Leaning Tower is undoubtedly a historic site, if you're expecting more than just its unique tilt, you might find the experience somewhat underwhelming. For those who appreciate history and architecture, however, the tower still holds a special significance worth exploring. To make the most of your visit, consider going early in the morning or later in the day when crowds are thinner. 4. Spanish Steps, Rome. Renowned for their beauty, the Spanish Steps in Rome might not live up to the hype when you arrive. Often hailed as a must-see attraction, the reality can be quite different, especially when you're navigating through large crowds. While the steps are indeed historic and picturesque, they often feel more like a busy intersection than the peaceful spot you might have imagined. Many visitors find it challenging to enjoy the ambience when surrounded by so many people, taking photos and chatting. Despite this, the Spanish Steps still hold charm and are a great place to relax for a moment, enjoy the architecture, and people watch. To make the most of your visit, consider going early in the morning or later in the evening when the crowds are thinner, allowing you to appreciate the beauty of this iconic site more fully. 3. Times Square, NYC. If you're planning a trip to New York City, Times Square is likely on your itinerary. Known for its bright lights and Broadway shows, many visitors, however, find the experience a bit underwhelming. Some even label it as the world's worst tourist trap, and here's why. The area is typically bustling with people, making it feel overwhelmingly crowded. The excitement of the flashing billboards can quickly fade as you navigate the congested sidewalks, making it hard to enjoy the sights when you're packed in with other tourists. Additionally, many shops and restaurants in the area are overpriced, taking advantage of tourists. For instance, a simple sandwich or burger at a classic spot like Ellen's Stardust Diner can set you back around $25. While it's a fun experience, your wallet may take a hit. To get a better experience in Times Square, consider visiting during off-peak hours or exploring some nearby neighborhoods for more affordable dining options and a more authentic NYC vibe. 2. The Great Wall of China. The Great Wall of China is celebrated as one of the most impressive structures ever built, stretching across vast distances in northern China. While the idea of walking along this ancient fortification may excite you, some areas can be quite disappointing. Restoration efforts have made parts of the wall feel less authentic, and many sections are often crowded with tourists, which can diminish the experience. If you visit during peak tourist seasons, be prepared for a challenging experience. The wall isn't as tranquil as you might hope. However, there are less crowded sections, like Muxianyu or Jinshanling, where you can enjoy the stunning scenery and historical significance without the hustle and bustle. Exploring these quieter areas can provide a more rewarding and authentic experience of this incredible landmark. 1. Hollywood Walk of Fame, Los Angeles, California. Walking along the Hollywood Walk of Fame might not be the dazzling experience you expect. Many visitors find the famous sidewalk to be a bit underwhelming. With over 2,600 stars spread across 15 blocks, it sounds like a charming stroll down memory lane. However, the reality can be quite different. You may find yourself dodging crowds and street vendors, which can interrupt that nostalgic vibe. Critics have even dubbed it the Walk of Shame due to their disappointing experiences. Despite its iconic status, the area can feel overly commercialized and chaotic. For a more enjoyable visit, try to go early in the morning or during weekdays when it's less crowded, allowing you to appreciate the stars without the distractions. Exploring nearby attractions, like the TCL Chinese Theater or the Hollywood Museum, can also add to your experience while keeping the spirit of Hollywood alive. As we wrap up our exploration of the 10 most disappointing travel attractions in the world, it's important to remember that even the most iconic landmarks can sometimes fall short of our expectations. From the overcrowded streets of Times Square to the fog-covered views at the Golden Gate Bridge, the reality of these places can often differ from the dream we envision. While many of these attractions have their moments of beauty and history, being prepared for the potential letdowns can help enhance your travel experience. If you go in with realistic expectations and a sense of adventure, you might still find enjoyment in these destinations despite their shortcomings. So whether you decide to visit or skip these spots, keep exploring and seeking out the hidden gems that often lie off the beaten path. After all, travel is about the journey, the stories you create, and the memories you make along the way.